Welcome back to my channel, guys. In this video, we're going to be doing the ute tray. This is my ute tray so far. I don't know how far through we're going to get in this video, but I think you're going to like it. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, I'm going to leave a link in the description of like part 1, 2, and 3, so you can go check them out. But like I mentioned when doing the front bull bar, a bull bar on a vehicle can make or break any vehicle. If it's an ugly bull bar, the whole car is going to look ugly. If it's a really nice looking bull bar, where I think this one is, it's going to make the whole car look nice. And I feel like the tray is kind of even more like that, because the tray is essentially the whole rear of the car you see. You don't see anything else. This is tail lights and everything is all the tray. Where if you put a really ugly tray on a brand new car, like an old farm tray, it's gonna look like an old farm ute. But if you put a really modern looking, nice looking tray on an old car, like this is a 1990 car, it's gonna look like a brand new, nice car. So this is what I was waiting for all over Christmas, and then it turned up about 10 days into the new year. So I had it for a while, but then I was just flat out and had too much to do. So my plan is to do exact same as the front bar. So if you guys haven't seen the front bar build, go check it out. But basically this is like a tube with the lights in it, and then all these ones are the same too, so they're tubes with lights inside it. Which is what I'm going to do again. These lights are going to get tinted just to make them not look so plasticky, because they look cheap even though they're good lights. And 6-inch, like it's a tiny bit loose, but I think it's gonna be the best. So that's what I got, because basically 5-inch, I don't think you get 5.5, but anyway, like anything smaller, these weren't going to fit. So 6 is what it was. So I'm just going to evenly space some circles and then cut them out. So I've got a hole saw that's only goes up to like 4-inch, I think. And I don't want to buy one just for this, because I may never sort of use this again. So I'm just going to cut off and grind it. It's way big enough that it's going to be easy enough to do. Big holes are easy to cut, small holes are not. So unfortunately that piece of pipe does not fit in my bandsaw. So I had to cut off the hand grinder. It's not perfect, but like once it's welded in, I can sand it anyway, or grind it down. It's close, but it's not close enough. So I drew a line, and I just need to grind up some of this. Right guys, so last night I welded this in. I don't like it, so hopefully it's gonna look a lot better when I put lights in and kind of grind it down. But at the moment, I'm not liking it. It just looks far too big to the size of the tray, but we'll see. It'll probably look a lot better when I build like the box and sort of underneath here too, but they are big. It is 6 inches. One in, and I don't quite like it just because it's real thin down here, and I just don't like it. So I have an idea. So I put this tape there to sort of see what it looks like. It's like an angry sort of half circle. So what I'm thinking is lifting all these lights up higher, so then this line will essentially be this line. I'll show you what I mean. So this is what I'm sort of thinking, is have like half circles and then one more. I don't know what it'll look like with 3. It is an experiment. If I need to cut that end off, I will and redo it, and then have the spoiler cut through. I put a wind deflector on my mic, so I hope you guys can still hear me. It didn't change anything. This is what I'm thinking. So I cut a little bit off the top. I just placed them there. I'm going to this thing here, a piece of steel like that, and sort of just weld it into there. Just replace that area. It's a shame I've already cut it, but it's what it is. But I think that looks pretty good. So I quickly just folded up this piece here. So this is sort of the replacement panel for in here. It's a shame I have to do this, but it's alright. It's not really the end of the world. It's only going to have one weld through there and one weld through there, so it's actually, pardon me, so it's actually going to have like not a lot of welding, which is handy. Alright, I think we're on to something here. So I've done, I need to recut these. So I'm just going to get a template and recut off the tube, because there's a gap here. And there's a tiny gap there, so if I make them all the same and they're all, they'll be slightly different because that bend sort of changes slightly, but they'll be pretty similar, and then I can get them and they'll be all flush and I can weld them in real nice. And then it cuts across, so I'll have 3. I reckon it looks quite good from the side. I'm quite liking this anyway. It's a lot better with it thicker through here and thicker through here. So I've made up a template inside this tube, so then I can transfer it over onto the tube, wrap that around and tape it, and then I can sort of draw my line and cut it perfect to the shape of my tail light bucket. Now that I got that, I can pull this off and cut it with the angle grinder. So that's it there. Oh, I cut a wee slot in the top because that's just going to go in like that, just because of the height of it. Where's it going? It goes like that. Just because of the height of it, I probably will trim the very, very top off, just because of the flat deck. We'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. Because the light's a tiny bit smaller than this anyway, but that fits pretty good. Pretty happy with that. I'm going to trim slightly there, and just it needs a tiny bit of sanding. That's probably more my cut than what I traced it, but I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so this is turning out quite good. This is what it looks like. So that's what it looks like from a distance. I think it looks real good. I was kind of hating it at the beginning, but I'm quite glad I did it now. But we've got to sort of make this flat on the top there, and then this here will sort of, so the tail light will sit behind this. So I'm going to put like a flat spot there so it doesn't look weird like that. Alright, so I'm happy with this. So I'm going to do the same thing with this piece of pipe. I've drawn that line around there. So that part there is actually already cut to shape. And then I drew this line here and I just put a piece of tape just so I can keep it as straight as possible because it's a wee bit straighter than the line. And then this one here is shaped as well. So that'll be 1, 2, and 3. And that's still just using that cardboard template that I made. And then once I'm finished with that, I'm going to untape it and then fold it back around so it's like back to front, so the inside will then be on the outside, and then that'll give me a mirror to that, so it'll be the same but opposite, if that makes sense. I'm really liking these tail lights now. So basically they're just taped in at the moment, just like that. I am going to make up like a little circle disc to go behind all these with 2 holes on each side to bolt in, and then 1 in the center for the wiring. But I just want to tape it up to see if I like it. And I do. I kind of don't like them with the lights off. Like, I don't like the look of this sort of chromey looking, very plasticky sort of style of the light. So I will be doing the clear coat tint sort of slightly on it. It'll still be legal, it'll be fine. And because there's no reflectors in here, they won't even care. Because the reflectors, I'm gonna like put some down there or something. But if you want to see this completed and the lights turned on and the functions of these lights and how good it looks, you're going to have to tune into the next one. If it's not already posted, it's going to be a day or so. If it is posted, it's up here on the left hand corner. I'll see you on that video.